Okay. Right. Good morning. I hope I'm starting. Can I start now? Yes, I guess. I didn't see your sign. Wonderful. Yes. So let's go for it. Right. First of all, I'm Dr. Elizabeth Lucas Afolalu from United Kingdom, the founder and director of Yes You Can International, inspirational speaker, award-winning author, advisor, mentor, and advocate to children, youth, and women. I'm also proud to say I'm honorary professor and chancellor or counselor for International Intensive University. Before I move on, let me express my gratitude to the founder and president of International Intensive University, Sir Piyush Pandit, co-founders and vice-chancellors, and all the board members, ambassadors, and distinguished administrators, and general secretary. I also want to seize this opportunity to welcome all our participants. Okay, so we are here for 3 days to discuss about mindset for leadership, success, relationship, entrepreneurship, and education. And I hope we are all ready for these 3 days. I also want to express my gratitude again to the founder of this International Intensive University. I also want to appreciate the fact that they've trusted me to share, to speak, and to teach on mindset on this great worldwide platform. Yes, I've already introduced myself, and these are the books that I have written, and they can be obtained from www.amazon.com or amazon.com. So our topic is mindset for leadership and relationship. Let me first of all say this. Mindset is everything. You will continue to hear that from me today, tomorrow, and the other day. Without a renewed mindset, there will be no transformation. So, let me first of all ask you a question, and I will love it if you can type it on the chat box, your answers if possible. Are you comfortable the way you are currently as a leader, as a professor, as an educator, as a businessman and woman, entrepreneur? Are you really comfortable the way you are currently? Second question is, are you happy about events recurring in your life, in your relationship, and in your leadership? Can you say the mindset you have currently, or maybe have held on to for a long time, have affected your life, your relationship, your leadership, and in the society positively? What if the mindset you have right now have separated you from their friends, denied you of precious favors and opportunities, and have been a major barrier to your happiness and self-fulfillment? Will you say that your mindset has and is attracting the right people and opportunity to you? These are the questions I want you to ponder on as we go on this lecture. Let me first of all look at how other people have described what mindset is. The Oxford English Dictionary defines mindset as a way of thinking, an attitude or opinion, especially habitual one. State of our mindset will determine how we behave, our character, and our attitude. So it is very important as a leader to get the right information about ourselves and store it in our mind for better and satisfactory and contented life. Remember, how we believe dictates how we operate, behave, how we become. How we believe also dictates how we perceive and treat others. How we behave also, how we believe dictates how we manage the resources available. And finally, how we share it equally, like wages or salary, how we position ourselves and position others in our company, in the government area, how we recognize people and promote and respect them. Remember, I said how we believe dictates all this. English language learners' definition of thought: it is an idea, opinion, picture that is formed in our mind, something that you think of, the art of our thinking about details of something. www.merriam-website.com. Another person also says, the mind is the limit. As long as the mind can envision the fact that you can do something, you can do it. As long as you really believe 100%, stated by Arnold Schwarzenegger from United Kingdom. So, exploring stages of mindset, either growth or fixed, positive or negative, words, beliefs, thoughts, actions, habits, lifestyle, value, destiny, or destination. So I want you to listen carefully as we talk about this. Okay, so but before we go on to that, let me quickly tell you something about, okay, let's go further down. All right, so I'm going to stop the slides a little bit so that we can talk. Let me start with this statement. Mindset will be based on what you see, what you hear, what you listen to, what you read, and what you observe and research. Finally, the association you surround yourself matters because your network will determine your net worth. And action is built on your mindset. And that is why it is so important that we talk about mindset. Happiness depends on our mindset, you know. Mindset opens to opportunities and learning. Mindset is about perception, judgment, and performance based on the information stored in our mind. The most important thing is to transform your life, your leadership, your relationship, your career, your education, and your employment. You need to renew your mindset. Change your mindset and grow your mind, because mindset is everything. To be successful in life, you've got to constantly renew your mindset. A change mindset will improve performance and having better choice to change life and help others too. Before we go any further, let me share with you the moment of truth that happiness depends on our mindset. The state of our minds matters, especially on this topic of leadership and building relationship. As the man thinks, so is he, as the word of God stated. And also, as God commanded us to love our neighbors as ourselves. So as you see yourself is the way you will perceive others. How you treat yourself is how you will treat others. And how you treat others is the way people will treat you and respect you. How you present yourself is how people will treat you and respect you. And what you do to others is what others, people, will also do to you, like I said before. So better understanding of yourself matters. The mind used for acquiring knowledge and is the storehouse of information. So we can conceive and achieve with our mind. Our mindset can be doorway or a barrier to our destiny, depending on how we think, for you will become what you think about. It is your thought that helps shape your boundaries. Our mind is the producer of our mindset. Before we go any further, let me share with you, our mind is the producer of our lives. So let's go back to the slides again. Okay, so we're going to talk, we've just finished talking about the mindset. How does it relate to our relationship and even our leadership? So exploring stages of mindset, either fixed or growth, positive or negative. But I want to tell you to prepare your mind today that it is very essential that we pay attention to what we are thinking. The word, like I said, you can get it, you can acquire the knowledge through so many ways, through your eyes, your ears, and what you observe, and your relationship. So when you gather all these informations, either it is positive or negative, bear in mind your mind. And whatever you fed in your mind with is what you will become. It's how you will relate. It's how you will operate and perform. So the words and the information you receive is very powerful and is very, very important to your mind. Let me draw you back a little bit, although I'm still going to be talking about it further down. There are two types of mindset. We have the growth mindset and the fixed. Obviously, it works in line with positive and negative. So if your mind is fixed, if your mindset is fixed, I can guarantee you that majority of the information in your mindset are negative. And if your mindset is also growing every day, that means you are feeding your mindset either with the positive words or the negative words. So what are you feeding your mind? So let's go back to, okay. So what are you feeding your mind? There are two types of mindsets: fixed mindset and growth mindset. This can simply mean, fixed mindset can simply mean a mind that is not open to change and new ideas. A person that has this type of mindset is strongly opinionated and stuck with one idea. As such, he or she is not willing to accept new things for change. These people mostly end up not embracing new ideas that would help to make them achieve great things in life. This kind of people that have fixed mindset, we only base their actions on what they've already known, either through the policy or through the procedures, or even what other people have said to them, or the procedures they have to follow. So they are not bringing new things into the society, into the company, and even into people's lives. They are not adding value because they only want to base on what they've already known. This kind of people, again, that has fixed mindset, they are going nowhere. They are tired and afraid. They are afraid to come out of their comfort zone, afraid to try new things, afraid to step forward because their mindset is fixed. It makes me also want to say something about the government. Majority of people in the government have a fixed mindset because what is in their mind is the way they will perform. So if their mindset is about corruption, and because they have seen other people doing it, and so they think they can do the same thing. If their mindset is just for them to focus on what they need and not the needs of the nation, if their mindset is only about them, their family, their pocket, it's because they have seen other people doing it before. And that is why their mind is fixed. They can promise heaven and earth to say they will make a change. But then if their mind is not renewed, how will they make that change? So that is fixed mindset again. But then there's growth mindset. This is the opposite of a fixed mindset. This type of mindset is open to learn, change, and embrace new ideas that would help him or people around him. I like the way Carol Dweck in her book, says it, the new psychology of success, defines a fixed and growth mindset as follows. A fixed mindset assumes that our character, intelligence, and creativity ability are static, given which we can't change in any meaningful way. While growth mindsets thrive on challenge and sees failure not as evidence of unintelligence, but as a heartening springboard for growth and for stretching our existence ability. I totally believe in that. Those with growth mindset, the leaders with growth mindset, we aim to do better. We aim to stand out. We aim to impart into people's lives. Their aim is to make a difference and be distinguished. And before they can do that, they themselves need to check out the information that is being stored in their mindset. They should make a determination that I'm going to renew my mind to embrace new ideas so that I can impart into people's lives. They will also have a mindset of becoming better in whatever they are doing. They will become best in themselves and also get the best out of themselves. This is growth mindset. Let's move on. The architecture of the mind. Let me just quickly add this to it. Human mind is a wonderful and fascinating gift from God. Wow. Because we are made and created by God of the universe. And guess what? He said, let us make man in our own image. So we human beings are the image of God. So while the brain is the physical organs that houses and enables the mind to operate in the body, it is through a network called the central nervous system that the mind is able to make sense of the world. The central nervous system is an intricate network of communication that transmits, receives, and interprets billions of chemical and electrical signals, which are continuously flowing between the mind and the physical world around us. That is why I will say thinking is a function of the mind. That means you act as you think. And so many thoughts goes into our minds every second, except while we are asleep. Our mind are like the widescreen TV in your home. I have one here. You cannot choose what the broadcaster or presenter will play on a given channel at a given time. You cannot. You don't have the control of that. But you can choose what channels you are going to allow to play in your home. That is why we must take ownership of our minds as a leader and win the battle over the remote control. Because whatever you allow to fill your mind will eventually show up in your life. Show me your mind, and I will show you your future. Because like they said, and the Bible says it, as the man thinks, so is he. Another scripture says, out of the abundance of heart, the mouth speaks. So it's not coincidence, unless if you are very, very upset or hungry before you say a statement. But what you have been storing in your mindset is what you are bringing now. Sometimes we say bad things to people. It's because you have stored it already in your mind. Say negative things to yourself. It's because of you've believed in what people say, the opinions of others, and you have stored it in your mindset. So you cannot fill your mind with negative thoughts, negative news reports, and fear-filled imagination, then expect your life to be filled with progress or positivity. This looks contradict to what you know. From the following definition and view about mindset, we can see and understand the role our mindset plays in our lives. Majority of people all over the world are stagnated. Why? Because of their mindset. People have lost big opportunities because of their mindset. People have lost favors because of their mindset. Many people have lost important connections because of their mindset. And also through a network called the central nerves, people have gained favor, connections, and opportunity because of their mindset. So you can see how power of is this mindset I'm talking about. The power of a change and positive mindset can never be neglected. And that is why we are talking about it now. The great news about this law of the mind is that if you don't like the condition of your life, you can change it. If you don't like the condition of the leadership system being used by your predecessors, you can change it. If you change your mind, you change your life. If you change your mind, you can change your leadership style. And if you change your mind, you can be happy. So let's go back to the slides again. Okay, so like I was saying earlier on, the exploring stages of mind, either growth or fixed, positive and negative, it's all down to what you got. What is the information? So the information is the word. And then you believe it. Let's take, for instance, of my own life story. People keep on telling me when I was very young, you can't pass, you can't go to school, you are a failure, you are dormant, you can't do anything, you are nothing, you are not much to anything. So I keep hearing this left and right from everybody. But then guess what? It is up to me if it has to be. If it has to be, it's up to me. So what did I do? I keep believing in their negativity. Put myself down. I had self-low esteem. I didn't have any confidence at all. Even though I was still studying. But yes, you can study, you can go to school, you can do any other things in your own way. But then, if you have already put yourself down, then you can't really perform the way you're supposed to perform. So I believe them. But on one day, during my teenager, I now decide, you know what? I am going to change this around. How? Challenge them. How do you challenge the negativity? Believe in yourself. Know who you are. Believe you can do it. Believe you have the courage to do it. Believe you have the greatness in you. And that's what I did. So I rise up above their opinions, their negativities. And then I start thinking, how do you think? It's because the information you have to meditate on it. You have to think about it. So you start looking for the positive, the inspirational words, the motivational, the encouraging. You start reading the stories of leaders. How did they get there? How did they learn from their mistakes? So when you start leading, you are feeding your mind. And then you start thinking positively. Then you take actions. And then it now becomes your habits and your lifestyle. You add value to yourself. I added value to me. And then it is now you can add value to others. Because what you do to yourself, you do for others. Destiny, then you reach your destiny and your destination. And you will continue to fulfill your purpose on earth. So that is why it is very important it's very important, the state of your mindset. Very, very important. You want to be fixed, that will make you to stick in one place and grow, not growing, and be lamenting and complaining. Let me also give you this. There's two kinds of leaders. Some leaders go-getter. They just get the ideas, pam, 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 and then do it. They implement it. But some leaders, they're looking for ways of gathering together and look for ways to steal the government money, look the ways to lavish money, look the ways to get corrupted mind, good, and do other things. Someone with a growth mindset will focus. What can I do for my country? What can I do for these women? What can I do for this youth? What can I do for these children? What can I do for this infrastructure in the country or in the state or the community? So their mind is growing and they are thinking and they are feeding their mind. That is the way to go about it as a leader. And you are adding value to yourself and to others. And that is where you will be fulfilling your purpose and be satisfied and be happy. So it is very important. So let's move on. I've already talked about the two types of mindset. Let's see also what other great leaders have said. Limitation lives only in our minds. But if we use our imaginations, our possibilities becomes limitless. By James Paulinetti. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. By Wayne Dyer. So let's see how ways to develop and control our mindset. So after talking about the mindset, the growth mindset, the fixed mindset, and also talking about the positive and the negative. So now the power of the change and positive mindset can never be neglected. I have a good news for you. The great news about this law of mind is that if you don't like the condition of your life or the system, the leadership system that you met, you can change it. You don't have to do it the same way others are doing it. You don't have to lead people the same way others are leading people. You don't. You are unique. You are special. You are yourself. So you have to be yourself and be honest to yourself. So that will make me to now talk about ways to develop and control our mindset. Let me see if I've put the slides on so that you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so ways to develop and control our mindsets. So self-acceptance, appreciate yourself, determine your thoughts, share your thoughts with a trusted person. So let me just elaborate it more. Self-acceptance, that's the first one. One of the major ways to control your mind is through self-acceptance. You have to accept yourself. Before others can accept you, you need to accept yourself. You need to love yourself, care for yourself. Know that you are special. Know that you have greatness in you. So you need to start accepting yourself, assess yourself, see your weakness, see your strength. Because your weakness will attract the threats, and your strength will attract the opportunity. That in a management, in a business slate, we always say analyze on SWOT, which is strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats. So self-acceptance, accept yourself. Nobody will accept you if you don't accept yourself, who you are. So one of the major ways to control your mindset is through your self-acceptance. If you do not accept yourself, you will definitely have a low esteem, low image, low this, and then your confidence will be shambled. On the other hand, if you accept yourself, your self-image will be positive and your self-esteem would increase and you will build your confidence. Self-acceptance. The next one, B, is appreciate yourself. Don't expect everybody to appreciate you. In fact, the majority that we disrespect you are more than those that will appreciate you. So, but appreciate yourself. Appreciate yourself. Celebrate yourself. There's this wise saying that encourages us to treat ourselves the way we would treat a guest. This means you should always take out time to appreciate yourself in a special way, despite the mistakes. Despite the mistakes you feel you have done. Everybody have made mistakes, you know. So appreciate yourself. Everybody has failed several times. Some of them rise up. So appreciate yourself. Majority of us, oh my God, we are champion in failing. We fail in different ways. But appreciate yourself. We make mistakes every day of our lives. But appreciate yourself. Because mistakes is just another way of developing yourself and making yourself better. Learn from your mistakes and move on. Appreciate yourself. Very important. Despite our shortcomings, you see in yourself, you are still special. This is a mindset that allows you to feel self-love. Love yourself. Then C, determine your thoughts. You have to determine the thought that goes through your mind. Like I said, you have the power, you have the control of your thoughts. You have the power and control of what comes into your mind. You have the power, you have the control of the association you find yourself. So positive thoughts have good effects in your life, while negative thoughts are destructive in nature. Positive thoughts will give you energy to move forward. I chose to be positive no matter any challenges I'm facing. I channel it to positive. I am not perfect, but there's something I need. I need a power. I need energy to move on. That is life, and life is too short. So that is why we always try to command our mind to stop anytime you are thinking about something. So determine your thoughts. Very, very important. You know, people have gained favor. So determine your thoughts about something negative. You have control over your mind and should determine what goes in and out. This is an active way of getting control of your mindset. D, share your thoughts with a trusted person. you don't know it all. And sometimes halfway sharing of your thought can deliver you, can save you. You need a new perspective of your thoughts. You need somebody to reason with you. But I said, trusted person. So know who you are sharing your thought with. You need a neat perspective of that thought. You need to see the other way, thinking outside the box. And that's why you need somebody else to hear your story, to hear you, hear your thoughts. Sometimes you can achieve this by confiding in someone that you trust. This could be your parents, your counselors, your coach, your mentor, or even your partner. No one is an island, you know. We are here in this world to come together. We need one another. And because we need one another, we can share our thoughts with one another. They can give you a new view of the negative thoughts you are thinking, which you are struggling with. This new perspective helps you to control your mindset in future for your own benefit. This can be seen as the ability to change your mindset from the point of negativity to that of positivity. And that is where Yes You Can International was birthed for, to give the world hope of yes, you can, to inspire people, to energize people, to wake people up and say, hang on a minute, the condition you find yourself now is just temporary. They are not permanent. Rise up and continue your journey. That is why we established and organized Yes You Can International. So this new perspective helps you to control your mindset in future for your own benefit. It is the ability to be able to be open to change and embrace new ideas as a leader. Don't think you know it all. And positive opinions that would help you take a step further in your pursuits. The next slide, we're going to be talking about let me first of all, after we've talked about the self-acceptance, appreciate yourself, determine your thoughts, and share your thoughts with a trusted person, I would like you to also remember these 5 strategies. These 5 strategies. While you are growing your mindset, recognize who you are. Recognize the state you are in. Recognize and do not deny it that you are still human being and you are not perfect. Discover new things. Discover your gifts. There are millions of gifts that so many of us has not discovered yet. And the sad part of it, just like one of my heroes, Les Brown, will say, that the richest place in this world is cemetery, where people were buried with their gifts, with their talents, with their skills, and not be discovered. So discover who you are, discover your potentials, discover your gifts, and develop it. What you discover, you will develop. And once you develop it, then it will be useful for you and for the society. Millions of people will queue up to go and watch World Cup. Some people will even travel from one country to another to watch the World Cup. But guess what? If these people don't develop their skills, If they don't develop their talents, their gifts, will you be able to watch them? You have to spend millions of pounds and dollars to book for your ticket, book for your hotel, book for your travel, to watch somebody else develop their gifts and demonstrating it on the field. So develop yours. Then celebrate yourself. Celebrate who you are. Celebrate your gift. As a leader too, and as every one of us, because every one of us are leaders. Celebrate your gift. Celebrate who you are. Celebrate the gift, the wisdom, the knowledge, the experience you've got. Irrespective of your mistakes, still celebrate. Because you know what? There's a lesson. There's a purpose from that mistakes you just made. There's a lesson. There's a purpose from that situation, that circumstances you are going through right now. So celebrate yourself that you are overcoming, you are winning, and you are facing the challenges, and you are rising above it. Then engage. Don't just keep everything to yourself. Engage with others because you are unique. No one will pull you down except you pulling yourself down. So engage, but mind the place you go, the association you link up with, and what you are doing. Mind it. Be mindful of your responsibility. Be mindful of the information storing in your mindset. Be mindful of what you say to people. Are you saying something to people to pull them down or to rise them up? If you keep pulling them down, they will run away from you because that is not energy, that is negativity. But if you keep lifting them up, inspiring them, encouraging them, and let them know that they are not the only one facing that particular thing, they will draw closer to you. So engage yourself. It's very, very important. So let me also go further to say, hold on, I think I've missed something. Discover, yes. And then ways to renew ourselves, our mindset as a leader. Ways to renew our mindset as a leader. Take responsibility for your thoughts and feelings. Very important as a leader. Let's stop the game of blaming one another. No one knows it all and no one is perfect. Do your own bit. Take your own cross. Run your race and be on your lane. So take responsibility for your thoughts and your feelings. Very important. What is the limiting and defeating thought that you find yourself returning to repeatedly during the day? Ask yourself. When you are left alone to your thoughts, what pattern of thinking do you find your mind drifting towards? Do you keep your life full of activities with little time to be alone because you are afraid of your own thoughts, feelings, and fears? It's not about getting busy. It's about adding value. These are all signs that in some ways you have to regain control of your thoughts. Spend time to meditate. Spend time for who you are. Spend time for yourself. And affirm it, because what you say will become your lifestyle. If you say you are good, then you'll be good. If you say you are a champion, then you'll be champion. If you say you can do it, then you will do it. It's very important. So let's move forward. So your mind is your responsibility. You have to take control of that. The first step to renew your mind is to take ownership of your own thoughts. The truth is that we are powerless to change anything for which we refuse to accept responsibility. Becoming aware of what and how you think is an important first step to developing a new mind that affects change. So take responsibility for your thoughts and feelings. The next one is evaluate your thoughts live by examining your feelings. Feelings comes from thinking, because what is in your mind will lead you the way you feel at the day. So if you wake up in the morning and you feel that energy, because of the thought you've already felt your mind, that you have already stored in your mind. So evaluate your thoughts live. What are you thinking? By examining your feelings. Feelings come from thinking. So if you think right, you feel right. If you think positive, you will feel positive. One of the best ways to evaluate the condition of your mind is to keep a journal of the negative and fearful things that enter your mind during the day. That's a great practice there. Write them down, all this negativity. Just write words or phrase that reflect any thought or feelings that naturally come to your mind. Writing this thing down gets time out of your mind, because the way you are pouring it out, even if you cannot say it, write it down and see it yourself, read it yourself. So writing this down, get them out of your mind and onto paper where you can evaluate them. Is it worth it? 1 or 2 days should be enough for you to do that practice. You will probably be amazed at how many times your mind drifts into the direction of negativity. Oh yes, it's so easy. It's so easy to drift into negativity. But it's hard to change it to positivity. But once you have a couple of days of thought recorded, look at each thought of fear and ask yourself this question. How do you think differently about the situation? Is this thought valid? Is it worth yielding control of my mind to think like that? Is it worth it? After you've written down all this negativity, then you are now reassessing it now and thinking deeply with the question of, is it worth it yielding control of my mind to think up like this? And how you could think differently about that situation. Is that thought valid? And what are other ways I could view this? So now is the question of, you are ready to shift from negativity to positive. Is thinking about this changing anything for the better? So you need to think, if what I'm thinking now that is negative, is it worth it? And then what are the other ways I can change it around? Remember this, behind darkness, there's light. Negativity, there is positive. Any bad things you see out there, there is always good things. Every problems you see out there, there is always a solution. And every questions, there is an answer. I just want to prove that to you. So is thinking about this changing anything for the better? What would happen if I replace these thoughts or image with something hopeful and positive? You need to start asking your question. You still need to be asking question yourself. So what would happen if I replace the negativity? I can't do it. I am not up to it. It is difficult. It cannot be so. What if you replace it with it is possible? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, you can. So what would happen if I replace this thought or image with something hopeful and positive? So then make a list of up to 5 positive things you want in your life, in your leadership, in your marriage, in your relationship, and how you would think about them. Ask yourself, what if I spend this time thinking about this positive instead? I think you get the idea, and you can practice it in your own place, in your own home. This exercise works because it gives you self-awareness and empowers you to take control over what you allow in your mind, and helps you to renew your mindset. If you need help in this area, you can contact us at Yes You Can International, or you can even contact the International Intensive University, because we are all working together to help, to add value to others. The life that you are living today is largely the result of the trading choices you have made in the past about your time, talent, diet, money, words, friends, and thoughts. If you don't like the result, in our other words, if you want to change some part of your current life, or even in your leadership and in your relationship, you are going to have to make some different trades. So developing new mindset is hard. This is a good thing if our mindset are positive, helpful, and based on positivity. So let's go on with the next slide. So we've talked about taking responsibility for your thoughts and feelings. We've also discussed about some questions that you can be pondering in your mind. And we've also talked about evaluating your thought, like by examining your feelings. We've talked about it, and I've already suggested the activity, the questions that you can ask yourself. So let me just add this to it. As a leader, how do you develop a management mindset? Because it's part of it's part of us that we manage our mindset. It's by regularly checking in and ask yourself where you can improve. That is the only way to manage your management mindset. How to make mindset shift is to apply them to improve your own leadership activities. So let's go any further. Let me also add these wonderful statements, points that Henry Mitzbech described as critical management mindset, as managing oneself. As a leader, you have to start from you. Reflecting mindset, that's what we've been discussing since. Managing oneself. And then the next one is managing the organization that you organize or you founded, or the organization that you're working for. How do you do that? By analytical mindset. I mentioned one before, which is SWOT analysis, about strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. Managing context, that's worldly mindset. Watch how you write your words, how you speak. Managing relationship, how you manage relationship. Family relationship, professional relationship, even relationship with your customers, relationship with your co-leaders as a governor. Managing change, action mindsets. How do you manage change? It's by you taking action. Like all what I've been discussing since. I've been asking you some questions, and those questions you can write it down and start pondering your mind, meditating on it. And then you take actions. You need to believe in yourself and take actions. You need to have a big dream big, plan and set your goals and take actions. Without actions, whatever you've read is nothing. Because actions precedes the information that you gathered. Like they said, informations might be cheap or free, but implementation is costly, but it's profitable. So let's move on to our next one, which is mindset for relationship. I will start this section by quoting the word of God in the Bible, which is, "And be not fashioned according to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, as ye may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of God." So to transform our lives to greatness, our mindset has to be renewed. For your mind to be renewed, you've got to gather right information, study thoroughly, read books, listen to audios, and watching transformational videos and motivational videos. Study about relationship, understand behavior and character, and the reason why the situation was like that, or the reason why you yourself behave that certain way, or the way why other people or your spouse or anybody behave in a certain way. You need to study and understand it. The situation. Another element of relationship, such as communication, forgiveness, love, tolerance, work on your belief system. So you need to know how you can communicate effectively, how you can forgive yourself and forgive others, how you can love. Because there are different kinds of love. I've written a book called The Love We Lost, where I elaborated it, that people don't even know the meaning of the love they're talking about. So in my book, I wrote about the differences between love, the differences of love. There's filial love. There is agape love, unconditional love, love between husband and wife, love between children and parents, love between partners, between company, business partners. So most of us are ignorant of this. And what you don't know, you will abuse it. So that's why we need to keep learning, keep reading, keep learning, keep reading. How can we be tolerant with one another? And then work on our belief system. You are the total submission of what your mind is, written with a sound mind. Remember this, gain knowledge and use wisdom for everything. Wisdom, experience, principles serve our purpose in life. As they say, experience is a greater teacher. Wisdom is the principal thing. And in all our getting, we get understanding. So information may be free, like I said, but implementation requires action. And action is costly and profitable. To make a change, knowledge is required. Don't expect other people to tell you what you don't know. Learn, be curious. You want to build a good relationship, learn about it. You want to be a great leader, learn about it. So to be fulfilled in life, wisdom is needed. former president of United States of America, President Barack Obama said, and I quote, "Change will not come if we wait for someone else or wait for some other time. We are the one we are waiting for, and we are the change that we seek." You have the power is in you. The greatness is in you, and you can make the change. Let me also say this. You cannot change your spouse or change anybody else. But if you change yourself, then you can change. Then your being changed, your transformation will reflect, will influence, and can change people around you. But you yourself, you cannot change others. Change is needed. However, without change mindset, there will be no change. And without change, there will be no progress. Change will bring efficiency, fulfillment, and satisfaction, and happiness, and peace in life. If you change, everything will change for you. Everything around you will change. Change from fixed mindset to growth mindset if you want to succeed in life. Whatever we allow to captivate our thought life, we eventually control our lives. The life you are experiencing today is largely as a result of your mindset and thought pattern of yesterday. Whatever we continually meditating, like I said, you need to be meditating and pondering on the questions that I asked before. So whatever you continually doing, meditating upon, we begin to program our reasoning, our feelings, and our will. Oftentimes, we would subconsciously make choices to speak and act in a way that are consistent with the prevailing thoughts of our mind. Our mind, our thought pattern, carry the force of attraction. It shows you who you are. That's why they said, as a man thinks, so is he. And whatever you have stored in you is what is coming out of you. You cannot, for example, you cannot plant mango and then expect orange. You cannot plant apple and expect banana. So as we develop patterns of thinking and view concerning people's life and events and people and resources that resonate with our thought pattern and mindset, will be automatically drawn to us. This phenomenon is so consistently observed that nearly all our world leaders, world region philosophers, and sociologically observants confirmed it. It is true. They all said it. We are all saying the same thing. People sometimes act as if they are not responsible for their mindset and thought pattern. But that is not true. When we do this, we are denying ourselves the power to make real change by denying responsibility over our own mindset and thought pattern. Your change mindset can cause a change in your life, people around you, and the society, and attract positive people. It will also help you scale successfully through the battles of life. It takes courage to do something you know everyone will love or appreciate. It takes courage to keep going when people around you don't or can't understand. It takes courage to look them in the eyes and say what you think it is possible. Negative relationship, emotions, and low self-esteem can hinder the purpose. However, you know you need to show up and show why you are here on earth, who you are, and your purpose. You need to embrace good change to fulfill that purpose. You may be scared, but do not remain mediocre. Don't stay in your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to move out. Don't be afraid to take a risk. Don't be afraid to step up, and don't be afraid to go further. Do not live an isolated life without fulfillment. It's an ego. It's an ego if an ego can make a life-saving and life-changing decision at the age of 40, why can't we? It is never too late to rethink and restart again and again and again and reinvent your life, your business, your relationship, and your leadership. It is not too late to reposition yourself, to make a change, to change your lifestyle, your leadership style, your relationship with people. Let go the negative, fear and limiting belief, and open your mind. Let yourself fly high like eagle. When it rains, all birds occupy shelter, but the eagle avoid the rain by flying above the clouds. So rise above your situation, rise above your circumstances, because you have greatness in you. You are power that you are powerful than who you think you are. Having a problem is common on earth, in our relationship, in our society, in our leadership. But the attitude to solve it makes the difference. Don't be afraid to make a paradigm shift. Accept it, the challenges, and move gracefully to solve somebody's problem. You have the solution to somebody's problem, and that person is waiting tirelessly to want you to come and solve his or her problem. So to move forward or progress in life as a leader, building healthy relationship, we need to feed our mindset with positive, creative, constructive words and information, and regularly confess to yourself and meditate on it. Set your goals, plan, take actions. We made a change in your leadership and in your relationship. Unlearn what you've known and learn, and relearn it again. Update your information, upgrade your knowledge. Wisdom is the principal thing. And in all our getting, we get understanding. Better understanding of success will lead you to better and quality performance and fulfill in life as you build, maintain, and keep relationship and become an effective and transformational leader. So let's go back to our slides as I round up. Transforming our relationship, like I said, should lead us to identification. Who are you, or who am I? What is my purpose? These are the questions you need to be pondering. Why am I here on earth? Who am I assigned to? Or who is assigned to me? These are the questions if we want to transform our relationship. And this will lead us to identification. So who am I? What is my purpose? Why am I here on earth? Who am I assigned to? And who is assigned to me? It's time to operate by revelation and insights of these questions I just threw to you. Revelation is to live in the reality of tomorrow and now. Revelation exposes the invisible. Revelation can bypass time and season. Revelation preceded manifestation, for example. Form is a system. We are born in a form, but we can break out of the form, and that is holding us. And the way we think is the way we operate. We need to renew our mind to be transformed from structure, mode, figure, culture, tradition, religion, custom, and to conform is to accommodate and coordinate a form, to integrate to a form and to yield to a form. That is why it's so important that we transform our lives. Conform is an agreement to form. Conform is the opposite of transformation. To convert a form, change a form, remodel a form, and change to a new form. To construct a form and to switch from all these forms is to know your identity and your purpose on earth. So, know who you are. If you change your mindset and you change your life, anything, anyone around you will change. Your transformation will influence others. So quickly, before I round up, what can stop you in having changed mindset for your leadership? What can stop you? A disappointment, discouragement, discord, disunity, doubt, denial, distraction. Note this: discouragement and disappointment and destruction may try to pull you down, but don't give up. Don't quit. Don't compromise. Be remembered and be favored. Never quit. No, quit. Never give up. No, quit. It is not difficult to change, and it will be possible to adapt to change. Let me leave you with this, and I finish. Thank you so much for inviting me. Desire to become better in your leadership by changing your mindset. Set goals, take actions, and get better. Dream to change and stand out to be different and be the best. Decide to make a change, even if you are in the midst of negative people. Don't join the crowd. Stand out. Be diligent, consistent to make the change and in people's life. Develop positive mindset, positive actions, positive habits to change. Yes, you can change the system as a leader. Adapt the change and learn new skills. Determine you will be yourself. Be the best and be the change. Discipline yourself for change, and don't be carried away with what is happening in the world around you. Lead the way. Be the pioneer of that change. Be the driver of that change. In every challenges of life, there is always a way out. In every situation of life, there is always a way out. In every problem, there is a solution. So, as I round up, I want to use this opportunity to appreciate International Intensive University for giving me this opportunity to study with you all and share my thoughts. But before we go, I just want to quickly let you know about, let me see if I can get it quickly. I thought I have it before. Let me see if I can get it quickly. Okay. So before we go any further, I just want to quickly share something with you that is very important. I think I'm losing it now. First of all, I want to appreciate the founder of International Intensive University, Sir Dr. Piyush Pandit. It's so important that we appreciate the person that gave us the chance, that organized this event, and that also gave us the platform to be able to share with one another. Another thing I just want to say quickly, which I try to look for it and I can't get it, but then I will want to encourage you all. If you haven't joined IIU, this is your moment. International Intensive University is a university of difference. It's at worldwide, but you can come and learn everything you want to know. Don't be ignorant. Don't be ignorant. Come and join us and come and learn great stuff. I am a learner. You can become a learner. A leader is a learner. Don't sit and think you know it all. Be willing to learn and be willing to share, and share from your heart. So let me give you this hint. Read books. A leader is a reader. Have a journal. Listen to others. Be an observant. Ask questions. Network and collaborate with others. Research. Finally, I would like to say, if you can, it's on my slides. I will show it. But if you want to repeat it, you can go and play the video again. And it's about affirmation to yourself. Yes, I can do it. Yes, I can have it. Yes, I can be it. Yes, I can achieve it. Yes, I can complete it. I can't read all this affirmation because they are about 3 slides. So you can go on and get all this, and it will be helpful for you. Once again, I want to appreciate for this opportunity to share, teach, and speak on Mindset series. And I look forward to continue tomorrow at the same time on this platform. Thank you so much, sir. Sir Piyush Pandit, the founder and president of International Intensive University, and the co-founders and vice chancellors and all the board members, the ambassadors, the educators, the distinguished administrators, and general secretary, and to all our participants who have waited patiently to listen and learn from me. Thank you. I'm Dr. Elizabeth Lucas Afolalu. Yes, you can.